Hey guys, it's Hannah Hearts Buck 6. This is my dad.
Hi.
Can you tell him your name?
Oh, I'm Kevin. Her dad.
Yep. This is Kevin. He's funny. But anyway, I had this idea, got from Books and Lala. She has different people choose her TBR. She's had her husband, her son, her DNA choose her TBR. So now I'm going to have mom and dad do it. And this section is with father. So dad is going to recommend me 3 of his favorite books. And he is going to tell us a little bit about them. And I think he has his Goodreads up.
Okay.
He's real prepared.
The first one is by Karin and it's
What's
it's called Blindsided.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a small Georgia town that erupts in panic when a young college professor is found brutally mutilated at a local diner. But nothing is said about it until the town's pediatrician / coroner, who is Sarah Linton, does the autopsy and discovers that it's much more horrible than they thought. The police chief is her ex-husband, Jeffrey Tolliver, and he leads the investigation on a trail of terror that grows increasingly throughout the pages. This is probably the first in 6 of her books about this in Granton. I think it's Granton County. But anyway, it's really good.
Tell me why you liked that book.
Well, I got to actually meet the author.
Yeah. Didn't you get to have lunch with her too?
I got to have lunch with her and met with her and got a signed book from her. And I really like all of her
Dad's
books.
a fangirl. So.
Yeah. So, where you want to go to the next one?
Well, what all did you like about it?
Oh, well, it's intrigue. The fact that this coroner is a very smart woman, and she's also like a detective.
Oh, yeah.
So she kind of helps her ex-husband solve the crime.
I have The Good Daughter by Karin Slaughter. Have you read that one?
I have not read that yet.
I got it at the library for like 50 cents.
Okay.
So, number 2.
Number 2 is a book by Tess, who I've also met. I've also met her and had lunch with her and had a book signed by her.
Again,
and
fangirl.
she does the Rizzoli and Isles books from the TNT TV show. And this called Ice Cold.
Ooh.
This was one of the best ones she's ever done. Dr. Moore Isles is a forensic pathologist / coroner. And she's also a sleuth. She works with a Boston detective, Jane Rizzoli, and they solve all kinds of mysteries and murders. But this one happens in the mountains, and just so happens that Maura is on vacation, and Jane's a long way away, and their car breaks down, and they're in the mountains, and it's icy, and they make it to this town, and there's nobody in the town. They go into these houses and look, and there's no one there. Maura keeps searching and finds this young man, and he's probably 12 years old, and he tells them that something terrible has happened, and I can't tell you very much more because then it'll ruin it for you.
Oh, you'll spoil me.
But it's very good.
Okay, so why did you like that one?
This one had a lot of side stuff to it, being in the mountains, her on vacation, not just solving crimes all the time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like her being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And she's used to being very smart, very into it, know it all, and corrects Jane a lot on the spelling of words, the meaning of words.
Oh, yeah.
Jane is a no-nonsense type cop. She just wants to know who did it and why. She doesn't care how they did it. She'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But Maura is very meticulous in saying, you know, this happened, that happened, this bone's connected to that bone, which Jane could just really give a crud about. Anyway, that's what I like about that, plus that I got to meet the author.
Have you met all of these authors?
Hold on. The next book, I have not met this author.
Number 3.
She's one of my favorite.
Number 3, my lord.
She Red Mist by Patricia Cornwell, but she has a corner pathologist that is also a sleuth.
Corners.
Yes, she's also a sleuth, and she has a niece who is a helicopter pilot, self-made millionaire, and a computer guru. She started at 10 years old, helping her aunt solve crimes. And what I found interesting about the background of this book and this series is that Patricia Cornwell is also a helicopter pilot.
Oh, cool.
And has worked as a pathologist or in a pathologist's office. So, but she deals in, I mean, I'll give you a hint on this. It's like in the first chapter, this woman is driving by and this red mist hits her in the face, and it's from someone had gotten shot, and that's the blood going onto her face.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's
My
it is.
face just
But
went
I have not met this author, so I've got.
So he's not a true fan yet.
I've got several books that I like from other authors, but and I have met, but I'm not going to tell you about them because you didn't ask me. You just wanted 3.
Okay. Okay, guys. Now, on to Mom's portion of the video. Bye.
Bye.
So in the first part of this video, I talked to my dad, and he recommended me 3 of his favorite books for me to read. And now, Mom is going to recommend me 3 books that she wants me to read.
Okay. Well, I would recommend The Little House books by Laura Ingalls Wilder if you've not read those.
I haven't read any of them, so that's
great children's books.
Why do you like them? What are they about?
Well, they're about life in the 1800s. Pioneer family going from Wisconsin, I couldn't think, to Missouri and Kansas. A lot to do with like westward expansion, and you just don't think about when you read them as a kid how hard it was for them to leave their family. And I remember one of the lines from Little House in the Big Woods is where Carolyn, the mom, is hugging her parents and her siblings, and she says, "I don't know if I'll ever see them again." And like, we don't think about that. You know,
That's
you
so
live in a different
sad.
state from me, but you just don't think about how hard it was for them and how they just waited for letters. It's really just about family life and how important family is, and how you can accomplish things together.
Yeah.
They all had to work they had to work very well together to be able to stay safe and to eat.
So why do you like them?
Why do I like them? I think it was just kind of a sense of adventure and a time period that there's no way for me to know about because I didn't grow up in that time
Do
period.
you think there's a bit of nostalgia attached to them for you?
Yeah. I would say so, yeah, because I read them as a kid.
Oh yeah, Dad.
Oh yeah.
In the background is reminding us that we went to one of the houses where she wrote the books in Branson, Missouri.
Yeah, in Mansfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
And another thing to point out about Laura Ingalls Wilder is, you know, she was in her 40s before she started writing, and I think that kind of just goes with the whole theme of it's never too late.
Yeah. Also, we always tell Mom that she should write a book, so.
Yeah. Maybe.
Actually, I think my dad should write a book too, but.
Maybe one of these days. I don't know.
I think
I've
Dad's
been
got
told
some
by
stories.
more than one person that there's a book inside me, but I just don't know what I would write about yet. So.
Well, it'll come to you sooner or later. Second book.
Nightingale by Kristin Hannon. Have you read that one?
No.
Okay. Historical fiction set in the 1940s. It has to do with World War II and how the troops would come in and just take over people's homes. These people who are really not even involved in the war at all, but a commander can come into their town and just decide, I like that house, I'm going to move in there and take over, and they end up being part of the war effort even though they don't want to be, and just how easily people could lose their freedom. And I think also because, the heroine is a woman, And
I think it's great because it shows another side to World War II. Because I think in World War II fiction we learn a lot about the Holocaust
Right.
and the fighting that happens, and I just don't think you get a lot. I don't think you get a lot of perspective from the other parts of the world that were involved in the war.
Yeah. Also,
Involved in the war effort.
I just think that, you know, from 70 years ago also, where the woman wasn't allowed to own property or have a say, or
Me and Mom wouldn't last very
we
long.
wouldn't. So that's part of it also. But it's a heartbreaking book.
Number 3, my lord.
I'm trying to think.
Girl,
What else did we talk
you
about?
were bugging Dad because he didn't know what his was.
I know, but then we just recorded a 40-minute video out there, so I kind of forgot what all we talked about. Have you read Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper? Okay, that's another one I would recommend that you read.
Okay, what is it about?
It is about a little girl who cannot speak, and she is born without the ability to speak. One of the best lines from that book is she's talking about her parents and how much she loves them, but she's never been able to tell them. And get you
She gonna cry right here, right
in
now.
the fields. And I read that book.
Did you say it hits me right in the field?
Right in the fields, that's right. All the emotions, all the feels. I've watched too much YouTube.
I know.
Anyway, so I read Out of My Mind every year to my 3rd graders. My teaching partner, Lauren, told me about this book a couple of years ago, and so I've read it each year to my kids. And the way our classes are situated at school is we have special needs classrooms on our hallway, and I think that opens up a lot of feelings of empathy and compassion for our kids, because they see how those kids are different and the struggles that they might have.
Yeah.
But so this little girl, Melody, in the book, overcomes a lot of challenges, and you see that how much her family loves her and how they work together. That's kind of a common theme, isn't it, in these books that I love?
Well, Dad likes coroner books, and you like books where people work well together.
Where families collaborate and work together. So, Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper. Amazing book. If you like this video,
give it a like.
thumbs up.
Or give it a thumbs up.
Yes. If you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you have, then hit the bell so you can get notifications when she loads a new video.
Isn't she so good? I need you for every video. I'm so bad at this. Okay.
I've watched a few YouTube videos this summer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So,
Hannah Hart 6 books. Hannah Hart's book 6.
Hannah Hart
I don't even know what her name is. Hannah Hart's books 6.
I'm glad that you are a true fan.
So, I hope you get an A on this, whatever you're doing. Oh, you're not. This is
Pretty
not.
sure people don't give A's for
Oh, they
YouTube
don't give.
videos.
Okay. Oh, this is on YouTube. Hey, y'all, my one friend out there. How you
My
doing?
friends, family, and fans.
I hope you know how to edit all this business. Now she's choking.
Death caught on camera.
Yeah.
Candy camp.
I love the music from that era. So, I don't know.
I thought you were going to be like, I love the music from that book. I was like,
No.
He is. What is her name? I cannot believe I cannot remember her name.
he likes this book so much. He
Anyway,
does not even know her name.